Last game of the season, and I gotta thank Spurs for making Champions League. Hey, good people of YouTube, how is it going? Today, we're not going to talk about 10 games, there's no point. It's the last game of the season. Most people knew already who got relegated, who got the top spot. So the only thing that was in question was, out of 3 teams, which 2 teams makes it into the top 4. And thankfully, Chelsea grabbed the 4th spot, even though we have lost our game against Aston Villa. It was a bad loss, I'm not going to lie, because we had most of the ball possession. The first goal that they got was kind of lucky in their part, but saying that, nobody was closing down Traore. He had a clear shot, but he kind of scuffed it. And by scuffing it, I think he hit the ground, went to the top of the bar, went into the bar, and then went into the goal. At the meantime, we didn't see that Mendy clashed into the bar. So after the half time, when Kepa was coming on, I just thought, that's it, we lost it, because we know that anybody can shoot from outside the box and Kepa is probably not going to save it. So soon after that, when Jorginho conceded the penalty, I didn't even hope for a second that the ball wasn't going to go into the net. I already thought it's 2-0. How can we counteract it? It's 56th minute. We already made a sub, meaning we only have 2 subs left. Who do we take off? First of all, I'm going to talk about Reece James playing right centre-back. Why is he playing right centre-back against Aston Villa? I don't understand this consistent thought of Thomas Tuchel to try and put Reece James in different parts. And I can see that he can do well in different positions, but if we are going to do our best to put the ball into the net, which we are worst at, we should be putting Reece James on right wing back. He could have had a field day. Where Azpilicueta, it was painful to watch, okay? He's a good player. Azpilicueta is our captain. I'm not going to have to explain it to you how good he is. But he's an aging right back. He's not supposed to be a right wing back to start with. And he doesn't have the same sort of crossing or the same sort of attacking sense. But Reece James should be playing at right wing back. Azpilicueta should be playing at right centre back. It's Azpilicueta was playing because he's our captain. But if you don't want to play Azpilicueta, just play Christensen there if he's available. Play Zuma there. I don't understand the insistence of playing Reece James at centre back. He's just too good an option to just waste for teams that are easily getting overwhelmed on the wings. I think we could have done better if Reece James was playing at the right wing back, but let's just forget that for a second, because our main fault today lied in front of the goal. Nobody could put it in. Mount couldn't put it in. Pulisic couldn't put it in. Pulisic was missing. Pulisic was missing for majority of the game. He made the assist, yes, he made the assist, but he made it when we had Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, Mount, basically all of our attacking players other than Callum Watson. We had everybody on field. So he was just one of many faces who made that cross, and we made many crosses. And Ben Chilwell, here he comes, puts it into the net. Our best signing of the season, other than Mendy, who I don't think is as good a keeper in terms of how good a left back Ben Chilwell is compared to all the other left backs in the world. I don't think Mendy stands at the same height. So just by that, I would say Ben Chilwell has been our best signing of the season. Saying all of that, and at the end of the game, we lost the game. We didn't even draw the game against an Aston Villa side, which we should have won. We should have definitely won, and I'm not happy with it. But what I am happy with is that we have made top 4, even though we lost our game. Because guess what? Leicester also lost their game to Tottenham, and I have to thank Tottenham of teams. Watching Chelsea was painful today, but the only thing that calmed me down was Gareth Bale's and Spurs' third goal. And after the match, I couldn't catch all of the interviews, but I saw Kasper Schmeichel giving his interview, and he was complaining about the VAR. Dude, the VAR gave you the second penalty, which shouldn't be a penalty. The VAR gave you the first penalty, which should have been a penalty. And saying all of that, you guys deserve it. You deserve it. You've been horrible in the league. You have been slacking more than Chelsea has. And most of all things, Amartey. You have Amartey, right? You deserved it. You don't deserve to be in Champions League. You don't know how to show respect to a team that is clearly better than you. We showed that on Tuesday, but today, we were just not on it. We were just not on it, and Pulisic wasn't on it. I'm calling him out because he was saying he deserves more game time, and since we have given him game time over the last few weeks, what has he done with it? Last time he has done something of truly meaningful was when he came off the bench to, assist Mason Mount to win us the game against Real Madrid, or finished it off. We won 2-0. But since then, Pulisic has gone missing, and we cannot stop Pulisic in the final because that guy is off. Like, he's not on it. So unless he shows something amazing in training, by the way, I watch Chelsea training clips that goes on to YouTube. I've watched every single one of it, and I'm not quite sure why Pulisic gets to start ahead of Ziyech or Havertz. I am kind of baffled. I get why Werner starts, because Werner is the guy who has gotten us most of the assists and the penalties and so many other things, even though he's horrible in front of the goal. I'm just hoping he's going to be better next season, but he wasn't today. He was just Werner. He put the ball into the net once. It was an offside goal. It wasn't a Werner offside this time. It was Azpilicueta who was offside. And to end it off, Azpilicueta bitch slapped Grealish when Grealish made a bad challenge. Grealish should have been off way before. He has been given warning and warning. Grealish had so many warnings, and we had yellow cards. It just wasn't fair. It was unfair refereeing through and through. And at the end of the day, Grealish should have been off before Azpilicueta. So am I going to be mad at Azpilicueta for getting a red at 89th minute of a game we were already losing? A little bit. I was angry a little bit, but Grealish deserved it. That bitch deserved it. He had it coming. Anyway, thank you Tottenham. Thank you Gareth Bale and Harry Kane. For making sure that we get into top 4, and Leicester doesn't. Liverpool won their game 2-0. 2 goals goes to Mane, and Manchester City wins. They won the title even before this match. Manchester United won their game, so they go on to finish the season with 74 points. Very relative to their last season. Good on them. Liverpool, nobody thought even a few weeks ago before the Manchester United game that Liverpool might make it into the top 4, but kudos to them for making, not just making into it, but getting the third spot. And both Chelsea and Leicester succumbed to lesser teams on the final day, and I'm just glad that we get to go through because we deserve it overall. Over the season, I think Chelsea has been a better team than Leicester. We have had our downs, and our downs was really, really down. And since Thomas Tuchel has come in, we have been generally the second best side after Manchester City. Man United went through a period of uncertainty when Chelsea was picking up points with Thomas Tuchel, and we were closing our gap on them. But then Manchester United picked up their form. They started winning games that they probably shouldn't have. So in that way, Manchester United deserved their second spot because of the last 10 games. Liverpool deserved their, because they got, out of 30 points, they got 26 points. And Chelsea just about makes the 4th spot. But anyway, whew, I'm just glad Chelsea has made it into the top 4. I am I can't say I'm buzzing. I am relieved. I am very relieved that we have made it, because it was super important today that we make it into the top 4. We get the Champions League spot, because without it, I don't know how much pulling power we would have had in the transfer market. And we gotta do better than we did today. We gotta do better next week, definitely in every part of the pitch, especially our front three. It cannot be Werner, Pulisic, and Mount. Mount has to be there. Werner maybe. Pulisic, no. He cannot start next week. Same thing goes for the midfield. Kovacic was suspect. Jorginho gave away a penalty. Centre backs were alright. So in terms of the wing backs, Ben did amazing, and Aspilicueta, he did his best, except it's not good enough because we got Reece James on the pitch. So why didn't they just swap their places? I don't know. And I hope that happens in the final. I guess that's all I gotta say. Anyway, I'm very happy. Thank you, Spurs. And thank you for watching this video. If you liked, please leave a like and please subscribe. I've got barely any subscribers, so if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate your subscribe. I know I'm super new to this and I'm doing my best, and I'm only gonna get better from here on. And I hope the same applies to Chelsea, because we need a way better Chelsea next week than we did today. Because Manchester City, they won 5-0 against Everton, and Aguero scored 2 of the goals. I really hope that we have a much better Chelsea showing up next week and getting us something that we are craving. Otherwise, this is just going to be another season where we just got the 4th place. That's it. And we would want to forget about the final, the FA Cup final, like trying to erase it already from my memory. And I don't want to do the same thing with the Champions League final. But that's for another video. Thank you for watching this one, and take care.